Hello students, welcome to Spectra Education Academy. In this video, I am going to explain how the equation of motion can be applied when body thrown vertically upwards from the top of a tower of height h. You will come to know the actual use of sign convention uh, when body thrown vertically upwards from the top of a tower of height h. Okay, first let me write equations of motion, and thereafter I'll once again explain sign convention. So while using equations of motion. So first equation is V equal to U plus AT. Second equation is S equal to UT plus half AT square. Third equation is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. And last, Sn, or you can also write S part, U plus A of N minus half. You can also write T here. So these are the general equation of motion. When body is allowed to fall from a height h. So now let us write sign convention. Sign convention. See, look at all the equations. Body falling freely means it is moving under gravity. So look at all equations. In all the equations, in first equation, S is missing. In first equation, S is missing. In second equation, final velocity is missing. In third equation, T is missing. And in the last equation, final velocity missing. So all the equations are having 5 physical quantities. All the equations are having 4 physical quantities, but total physical quantities we use to write the equations of motion are 5. But in every equation there are only 4. Okay. Now, sign convention. While moving down, A to be considered as Z, but it is permanently negative because body is going to possess final velocity due to gravity. So therefore, gravity permanently negative. Gravity is permanently towards the center of the earth. So it is permanently negative. Then next, T is permanently positive because time always progresses. So excluding A and T, in every equation, only 2 quantities are left. So if you look at the first equation, V R U. So I am advising you, V R U, you take a positive when body thrown vertically up. So same V or U, you treat them as a negative when body is moving down. When body is moving down. Now V U gone, so remaining is what? Distance. Distance or height you take it as. So you take this as a positive when body is moving up. When body is moving up or thrown up. Moving up. Now S or H you treat negative when body is moving down. Now the present concept is how the second equation of motion can be applied when body thrown vertically upwards from the top of a tower of height h, or you can also call it as it is thrown from certain height. Now let us say this is the tower, this is the ground. So from this particular point, body thrown vertically upwards. So this is the path along which it travels up, and along the same path it comes down, but for the sake of understanding, we draw the path like this. But it is not the actual path. It moves up in this path and it will move down in the same path. So you provided in the upward direction. But when it comes to a point of projection, so this is going to be the displacement. This is going to be the displacement, even it is also equal to height of the tower. Now let me write S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now what is S? S is height of the tower or displacement, because displacement it will be negative. So therefore it is going to be minus h. You have provided u in the upward direction, so it will be positive only ut. So since it is moving under gravity, it is permanently negative. So that is a equal to minus g with the t square. So you will get the equation as minus ut. After cancellation of minus both sides of the equation, you will get the equation like this. So there are many number of numericals based on this equation. If you directly apply this equation, you will get answers of all the questions. In connection to this, I will explain numericals in the next session. In connection to this, there is another concept. The concept is if a body thrown vertically up with velocity vertically up from a height h with velocity, you call it as initial velocity u. It reaches ground. It reaches ground in t1 seconds. If the same body thrown down with the same velocity, it reaches ground. It reaches ground in t2 seconds. If the same body is allowed, if the same body is allowed to fall freely, it reaches ground in t seconds. Then, so there are three equations here. Let us discuss one by one. First, let me understand. The sentence with the help of diagram. So this is the tower. Tower is having a height h. In the first case, so this is the ground. In the first case, body thrown vertically up. Yeah, body thrown vertically up. This is the path. It falls down. So it reaches ground in t1 seconds. This is height of the tower. Now it's the first case. Second case, so roughly you take same height. Same body, but it is thrown down with providing initial velocity. But it covers again a distance equal to height of the tower. Next. Okay. So this is second diagram. Third diagram. From the same tower, you are dropping the same stone. So dropping same stone means u0. Again it covers. So in the second case, it reaches the ground in t2 seconds. Maybe in the third case, it reaches in t seconds. So you have to relate. This is third case. You have to relate t1, t2. So first, let us apply equation of motion S equal to ut plus half at square, because displacement. In the first case, displacement is negative. Initial velocity positive. So let us write S is equal to ut plus half at square. So applying this along with sign convention, displacement is negative, that is equals to height of the tower. And you have provided initial velocity up, it is positive, but it reaches ground in t1 seconds. So moving under gravity means I should write A equal to minus G, you will get like this. So this is equation 1. Now, so you can rewrite this. H is equal to, if you cancel minus, this U will have minus now, plus half GT1 square. So you call this is equation 1. Next, in the second case, in the second diagram, it is thrown down. So initial velocity is also downwards, displacement is also downwards. So making use of once again this S equal to UT plus half AT square. Now H negative, U also negative, but it reaches ground in T2 seconds. Moving under gravity, T2 square. So you will get H is equal to U T2 after cancellation of negative sign plus half GT2 square. You call this equation 2. Now you compare both the equations. Comparing means 1 equal to 2. So you will have to write minus UT1 plus half GT1 square is equal to UT2 plus half GT2 square. So better you get U left side and you take out common. So it will be T1 plus T2. You take this quantity right side, then you'll have to take out common G, but T2 square minus T1 square you will get. So let me continue with another step. If we cancel this negative sign here, so this will become plus, this will become minus. After that, T1 plus T2 is equal to half G. You can write this as first T1 plus T2. You can also write T1 minus T2. So you can cancel both sides, T1 plus T2. So you will get U is equal to half G T1 minus T2. So this is the first equation. Making use of this, let us find out height of the tower. So in any equation you can substitute. Okay, you substitute in equation 2. This is U equal to. So H is equal to, U is this half G T1 minus T2, but here multiplied with the T2. So this is T2. Along with this, there is half G T2 square plus half T2 square. Now let me continue. Half G T1 and T2 minus half G T2 square plus half G T2 square. So these two get cancelled. So you'll get height of the tower. H is equal to half G T1 T2. Now in this is second equation, height of the tower. From the same height of the tower, the third body is dropped. It reaches ground in T seconds. So let us once again make use of S equal to UT plus half AT square for the case of freely falling body. So S is the height of the tower moving down. U is 0 in the third case. Half A is minus G T square. So therefore minus minus cancel. You say this is equation 3. Now you call this equation 2. Now compare. So you will get the relation between T1, T2 and T. So therefore it is half G T square is equal to half G T1 T2. So half G cancel both sides. So T is equal to T1 T2 under root. So this is the desired equation. So students, in my next video, I'll continue with the numericals based on these equations. Thank you very much for watching my video, but don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives. Please make your comments.